Listen, you need to understand something. Not everybody smiling in your face wants you to win. Sometimes the closest people to you are the most jealous people. And the reasons that they are jealous are some God given talents that you have, and they can't stand it. They can't stand that when you go into a room, you light it up. They can't stand that people just gravitate towards you, that you have this unexplainable light, this God given light that they don't have. They want to stick on to you because you got it. I'm a very observant person. I don't care that over the years I never had a lot of friends. I was left out a lot and I just couldn't understand for the longest time. But me being observant allowed me to gain so much discernment. And I look back and I'm just like, if I didn't have this discernment that I had, I don't know what would have happened to me. When I look at the people that I was supposed to trust, I give all my gloriness to God about that. If you watch that P. Diddy series, you guys, and guess what, you guys, I don't watch TV like that, okay? I haven't had Netflix for the longest time. Even my kids are like, wow, it's been a year since we have Netflix. It hasn't been a year. We had it in summer. But honestly, I was just so locked in and I just didn't want to spend so much time on the TV. But when I tell you I needed to watch this because I knew something was up with this man from time. And I know a lot of people already knew that. If you know, you know. And what made me the most annoyed was the fact that for years, okay, I would be like, where is Cassie? Like, why don't I see music from her? She's supposed to be a model. Because I remember when she came out, I'm a millennial, okay? So I come from a time where it was like, okay, if you know, you know. Even when she came out with Me and You, it was like she wasn't like the best singer, okay? But it's like, it was a bop. And she looked good while she was doing the music videos and everything. So I always look forward to seeing her when she came out with Official Girl. Like, she made me feel like that girl. And I'd just be like, where is this girl? And to know what she was dealing with at the time is just crazy to me. The documentary literally showed me like, you need to have discernment in this world to know that the people around you could be the most scariest people and they just be plotting against you. Discernment can honestly save you. It can save your life. It can keep you away from your enemies who are supposedly like the closest, your friends. That documentary literally reminded me, and I hope it reminded a lot of people, that jealousy literally hides in plain sight. It can literally be right in front of your face. Discernment can be the only thing that protects you from it. Not a lot of people seen who this guy was, but it just happens like that sometimes. Not everybody is going to see what you see if you have discernment. Like, even me, I have a lot of people that I care about and I may be around them and I may see things that they don't see, and it's like, damn. And sometimes it's the hardest thing to explain to somebody that, you know, this person that you're hanging around is not for you. Because then it could turn back on you, you know? That's why it's important for people to gain their own discernment. You may have discernment people who understand things beyond you, but them coming to you, you just think that they're a hater, you know? Like, I've seen things where I'm just like, man, I don't want this person around my people, but what can I do? It's one of those things where you have to have for yourself, because then it could turn into you getting rid of the wrong person out of your life. Basically, you have to learn how to read people more spiritually. And in order to do that, you may have to change a lot about you, right? That's why it's good to have good habits opposed to bad habits. And for me, a good habit would be how I conduct my day, especially how my mornings go. I like to read a lot. I like to get into my word a lot. I journal a lot. I watch the way I eat, pay attention to what I watch, right? I want to gain more knowledge in my day as opposed to doing things that are really not going to benefit me. Just analyze things innerly. Even when I watch the documentary, you realize that some of the most powerful people are actually some of the most weakest people there are. But it's like, once they have their game plan, they don't use certain skills that, you know, a God chosen person will use. They have a totally different angle. They're being led by something else, you know, something that in the long run is not going to benefit them. I just want to talk a little bit about the documentary because I feel like when I watched it, I was just like, man, why didn't this person see? Or how come so many people were so blinded by this guy? But I also want to talk about discernment as well. So this video is not only going to be about this documentary. As a matter of fact, I don't really want it to be about it, but I feel like a lot of people have watched it. Most likely if you watched it, that's why you're here. Even when certain people were talking, I was like, man, like his best friend, the one that was running the company, I was like, this was a good guy that Diddy just took advantage of because of the type of person that he was. This is just what I got from it, you know, just based off watching it. And to see how much this guy lost because he trusted somebody like Diddy, and just to see how quickly he could turn on him for his own gain. Like, there's so much to unpack with that thing. One of the scenes that I saw that really bothered me was when Biggie was sitting there talking about how he felt like, you know, his life was in danger. And I was just like, wow, like he felt that. He felt like something was coming for him. He felt like he was under attack, right? And the person next to him didn't do anything for him to feel less of that fear. It was more dragging them into the fear that they were worried about. You have to be careful about who's around you, because when I even look back at like the song, "It was all a dream, I used to read Word Out magazine," like when you listen to all those lyrics, you can tell he was just trying to find a better way out, right? No heat, wonder why Christmas missed us. He was living with no heat, just the conditions of his life, right? So it's like he found somebody that was the gateway, right, to get out of this life and have a better life. This is supposed to be the more powerful person. This is the person that a lot of people went to for better, but they used it for evil, because they're looking at it like, man, you are the talented one. You are so amazing, right? Because when you really watch the documentary, you realize that Diddy was really a loser. Like, he was like, this guy had no talent, but he wanted to be the talent. But he was like, you know what, I'm gonna make it about me, and I don't care whose life I have to destroy. How much people's life this man destroyed, and they looked at him as somebody that can help them. This man's jealousy created so much chaos around him and in people's lives. Look how many people lost their lives. People ended up going to jail. People end up being assaulted. People ended up with so many bad things happening to them because this person was a jealous person. They were power driven. This guy just wanted certain man's girl just because of his insecurities, right? The moment I realized that this man was no good was when he had them running for the cheesecake, right? I was like, yeah, I get it, they're trying to make the band, but like the whole scene, to me, I was like, no, this is a bad man. Like, I get what you're trying to say, like how hard you're gonna work for this, but like, why are we acting like this? His whole demeanor was annoying to me, and I was just over him from there. Okay, obviously so many years went by, right? And then I see the deaths of Biggie, I seen a Tupac, us not knowing where the heck it really came from. I didn't know a lot of the stuff that I know now, but for me, the final straw, and I was just like, no, people are gonna see who this guy is, because this is too much. You remember that year when he became the Joker? I was like, no, you out in the street acting a fool because you're realizing how much shit you're getting away with, and you're just like, yeah, look at me, like I'm literally the Joker, I'm laughing in everybody's face. I remember saying to somebody like, no, this man has to be stopped. Everything that this guy did was rooted out of jealousy. That's why so much destruction just came behind it, because it didn't come from a good place. Not only was this happening in this story with the whole situation with Diddy, I only refer to it because it's like, okay, y'all can see where I'm coming from, but this stuff literally happens to people every day. They're in the hands of certain people that just have power over them in a sense, and they use that to just bring them down. Sometimes people don't even know because they're too caught up in other things that don't even really matter as much. You need to understand the people that are around you, because sometimes you be wondering, why is my life going this way? Why aren't things working out? God wants to give you something, but he's like, I can't give that to you because this person is still attached to you, and when these habits are attached to you, so when things are happening to you, you're not going to see it and you're going to fall back down. You're not ready. You have to be ready for what God's giving to you, and in order to be ready for that, you do have to have a certain level of discernment in order to get there, because the amount of falling you're going to be falling is crazy. When I tell you there are seasons in your life, I'm literally in a season where I'm literally by myself. Like, I don't got much people around me. Even the other day, I was just like, look how I'm at this stage where, you know, it gets more lonely, it gets more quiet, and then so much stuff is happening to me where it's like, girl, you gonna give up, you gonna fall on your face. It's just like life is just going left. But then I have to look at it like, maybe I'm supposed to do more of this. Maybe I'm supposed to do more of that. Maybe I'm supposed to change this habit. Maybe I'm supposed to change that habit. I have to analyze myself and really learn what's going on around me. Discernment shows up at the most quiet moments, before your mind even catches up to it. In this moment, your spirit will notice something way before the words get there. You don't have to be told that this is going to happen at that time. Your spirit will already tell you. You have to keep even your mind free. Sometimes you just need rest, right, to even function better, because when you're so tired or exhausted and you're stressed out, it's hard for you to even discern anything or to even understand what's going on around you. People reveal themselves in patterns. You have to watch how a man moves around you. You have to watch how your people that move around you, and start to say, okay, when this person comes around, how do I feel? When this person is around me, why bad things always happen to me? I need to not hang around this person, because when I do, my life just turns upside down. Discernment literally helps you pay attention to consistency. You'll start to notice how a person treats other people. Sometimes you won't even notice how a person treats you, right? Look at how they're treating somebody else. If you notice that they're treating other people terribly, that is a sign. Even if they're treating you good, that person is a mess. Because why are they treating you good, right? They coming for that good energy from you to go treat other people bad, right? And that is not necessarily good for you. That is draining you out. That is making you look bad like the next person that's treating everybody else bad. If it's one thing, I don't like when people treat other people bad. I don't like when people embarrass other people in front of me. I don't like when people just put other people down, say mean things to them. Ew. A mean person to me just tells me everything I need to know about you. You could be the cutest person ever in the room, but the minute you start acting ugly, you're ugly. Trust me when I say I'm not no perfect person. I've had times where I've spazzed out in the past, where I've acted probably ugly, okay? But the more I learned about that and understood, I realized I acted that way because of the type of person that I had around me. I acted that way because I needed to change my habits and absorbing, you know, certain shows. There was a time in my life where I was just like, I can't watch gory things on the TV anymore, because I'm just like, what is this? This is just not making me feel good. Like, I don't like shows where there's a whole bunch of shooting and blood and killing. Like, that just makes me not feel good. I used to be around somebody in my past relationship where it's like all you wanted to watch was these gun movies and this blood happening and just people exploding into pieces and stuff like that. And they didn't understand, like, could we not watch it on the TV? Like, I really don't like it, right? And I have to be sitting here right now, so can we watch something where it's gonna be beneficial to us? And they would literally think I was being annoying. But it's like, if I went through something where this happened to somebody I love, these scenes are traumatic to me because I've lived it. I've known this to actually happen to somebody that I know. And if you don't understand that this is bothering me, then maybe you're not the person that's supposed to be in my life. And that's when decisions start to get hard, because now you have to make choices where it's like, I have to get rid of this element out of my life, but now I have to really get rid of this person out of my life. You know what I mean? You have to look at how people react to you when you succeed. If your success is giving them a feeling of, oh, that's so good, like congratulations, but you're not really feeling it, or you just notice that they're not hanging out with you as much as they did when you was doing all the things that wasn't helping you succeed, when you were chilling with them at the bar and just drinking your life away, but now that things are going good with you, it's like they're distant, they don't want to chill with you no more, they're saying you're different, you know, stuff like that. You gotta pay attention to those things. This friend wasn't with you for your success. They're with you to watch you fail. And sometimes they know you have this talent, right? But they're just like, let me hang around them so that they don't get there. But let me act like they're my friend. Let me root for them while they're really not succeeding. But the minute that they do, I'm gonna switch up. Listen, everybody around you is not supposed to go with you. They're not supposed to meet you at that next level in your life where you decided to literally make a change. They're not meant to go there. Discernment will teach you that. Discernment will let you know who is supposed to go with you in certain levels of your life. And one of the things I notice is, like, you know, when people will be like, oh, they changed ever since da da da, or you're not the same, or they love to say a person switch up once they reach certain milestones in their life. They did change. They were supposed to change. And maybe hanging out with you wasn't helping them grow, right? And if you're going to automatically say, oh, this person's changed after such and such happened, then you're part of the problem. What do you mean I changed? Why are you wanting me to be this unchanged person that fed your nonsense? Why? Me not like them type of people that, like, once I hear people act like that, I'm just like, you're part of the problem. What do you mean they changed? That's good that they changed. That's good that I have changed. You ain't gotta like me. You never liked me from the beginning. At the end of the day, discernment will help you from what looks good and what's actually good for you. Sometimes what looks good is the problem. That's gonna be your downfall. That's been harming your growth this whole time. That's been stopping you from making money. That's been stopping you from growing your business. That's been stopping you from having the family that God wants you to have. The wife you're supposed to have, the husband you're supposed to have, the friends you're supposed to have, the house, the car, everything. And sometimes the ugly is what looks good but is not good for you. Not every opportunity, friendship, relationship was meant for your peace and your purpose. And that's why even in today's world, you need to have discernment. So many sketchy people out there, so many fake friends, so many people. Yes, I must say people, okay? Because people are sometimes the cancer in your life, right? They're the ones holding you back, but it's literally in your face, and you're not doing anything about it. You can't do anything about it because you don't understand how to do anything about it. But you have to connect with yourself more. You have to change the things that you do. Put down that drink, put down that weed, set aside those friends. Don't put on the Netflix. Yo, I put on the Netflix because I need to see this. I was just like, yo, we finally realized that this guy has been moving weird all these years. I mean, I've been knowing, but look how long it took for him even to be exposed. Biggie's mom had to even die before she'd seen this shit. And it's like, yo, it takes long sometimes, even when the devil is at work. Sometimes we wonder, like, why are all the good people gone, right? The good people were surrounded by the enemy the whole time. There are so many evil workers out there. Sometimes you just don't want to believe that that person around you is the cancer in your life because of who they are. It's like, but they're doing so much good for me. This person is my parent. This person is my sister. This person is my friend from time, right? But God will show you in so many different signs. You will feel it. You'll see the patterns in your life where things go bad. And you'll see the moments when it goes good, and you'll be like, it was good when, you know, at this season in my life, I wasn't really around this person. And now that I'm back around them, things are just not moving right? You gotta pay attention to the signs. That documentary really It really was something. Okay, and I just hope that going forward that you can have more discernment, especially if you're trying to find your purpose in life. You got to switch things around a bit, you know. But yeah, that was it for this day's video, guys. I really hope that you gained something from this and that you realize how important it is to have discernment in the, especially in the world that we're living in today, because it's a mess. Now that people don't have as much money, people are stressed out, things have changed. Be careful that you don't fall in somebody's destruction zone. See the signs, see the patterns, drink a lot of water, cleanse your body, change your habits around, do things that make you feel better. If you haven't already, make sure to like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also remember to hype this video. If you see where you can like it down there, press the hype button. It helps me out so much. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. But yes, until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.